So welcome to another edition of the youth edition of the Diversity Dialogue, hosted by Mobilematics. Today I have two amazing women who are leading their individual fields in cybersecurity data science. I have Arushi Kulwal. First of all, thank you, Arushi. I know it's late, 10 p.m. India time, so on a Friday. So appreciate you doing that. So I'm going to read off your LinkedIn profile: cyber threat researcher, intern at CloudSec, security enthusiast, and learner. Welcome to the show, Arushi.
Thank you.
And we have Gulnar Albushova, who is, again, reading off your LinkedIn profile, aspiring self-taught data scientist that is able to work with SQL, Microsoft Power BI, Excel, and Python. Welcome to the show, Gulnar.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So let's start with quick introductions. So Gulnar, why don't we start with you, talk a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, and then same thing for you, Arushi, before we dive in.
So I kind of promised myself that I'm not going to say this anymore, that I'm coming from unrelated background. It's biology and biophysics. I'm from Azerbaijan, by the way. I am an immigrant person in America. And it's been 5 years that we've been living in America with my family. And I love biology, actually, because I spent like almost 25 years in this field and learned so much. And I was my 4th years of PhD when I leave my country and come here with the hope that I will find some, lab research assistantship or something, related to that field. But after spending almost 4 years, I was unable to get into it. And last year, when I was renewing my credentials in biology in the community college, my statistics professor show how much I'm passionate about the data and statistics, and she advised me first time that I should go to that field. I really had no clue what does that mean, and I started doing the research, and it took me almost a 2-3 months to realize that what the data science is, what the good resources, where should I look for the which portal I need to take a look for the education. And yeah, it's been almost probably more than 7 months that I am intensively put my time and my passion on it to learn that. And so far, so good. I really love that. I enjoy that.
Wonderful. We're going to dig a little bit deeper into that transformation. Arushi.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me, first off. And I am actually an undergraduate student. So I'm pursuing my BTech, that is Bachelor's in Computer Science with specialization in cybersecurity and digital forensics. So that is what connects me to cybersecurity. And being here, the reason it has been possible is because I got to connect with a lot of communities, and I've had some amazing mentors who continue guiding me to what I am, and they shaped me into what I am today. So yeah, and it has been over the course of 1.5 years since COVID started, and I have been very happy and immensely lucky to have such great leaders in InfoSig as my mentors. And so far so good. I am currently interning at CloudSec in threat research team, and I find threat intelligence and related domains very, very interesting and unique in their own way. So yeah.
Interesting. So that actually gets into my next question. So Arushi, I'll stick with you for a minute, right? Which is lots of people kind of get into one field and stay the course because, hey, they've invested so much time, and the longer you're in that field, the more you feel that, hey, it's harder to get out. So I know you're still in your college, but the question is, how did you chance upon cybersecurity be the one that actually sparked your interest?
So, there is this one thing in cybersecurity that I think will really be occurring in any other field. This is the feeling of being a superhero, or defending someone or some people or even a nation, right? So when we work in threat intel, we are actually securing and we are giving advanced threat intelligence and informed threat research to a lot of people, and it has a very good impact factor, right? So that is what inclines me more towards cybersecurity, I would say. Secondly, there is a lot of, as the active internet users increase, the cyber attacks increase too. And one thing that I have observed is that there are a lot of non-technical people, if I say, using internet on a daily basis without being aware about cybersecurity at all. So it is not an important factor for any for such people until they are attacked or their near or dear ones are attacked, right? So this is what powers my passion in cybersecurity, I would say. And this is that specific feeling of being a superhero that I guess in other fields will come a lot later in my career, but here at a very young stage, I am getting to feel that specific thing. So I'm very glad to be in cybersecurity.
Love it. Yeah, I like to wear the Superman cape or the Wonder Woman. It's like amazing, right? The kind of associations. So Gulnar, question to you, right? And you briefly talked about it, right? Going from biology to data science, which is the first time I'm hearing that. But again, the question is, I mean, I know you mentioned your professor who sparked their interest, but talk a little bit about how that transformation is coming about, and again, how did I mean, how do you get excited every single day to kind of be that self-learner and be able to go and dig deeper and become an expert on this topic?
Exactly. So yes, this is a huge transmission, and you're not the first person to tell me that. It's the first time I hear to transition, from biology to the data science, because many people who choose data science, they have either mathematical background or computer science background. I did myself lots of research. I go through the profile of the LinkedIn profile of the people, and to see from master's degree at least they have to hold. But I think when you take in terms of genetics and ecology, there are too much a data within these two subjects, like in biology, and lots of industry right now dealing with the data coming from the genus of different the organisms, and also ecological data is also very important for today's research. So I couldn't say that this transmission is so hard for me, because since my childhood I love mathematics. I involved it so much, regardless of my background. That's the reason on my master's I choose biophysics, because they had more mathematics in it. So the data science is actually, I always say that it's a different name of statistics. They just put a fancy name on that. Because when you combine some tools and statistics together, you create a data science actually. The only challenging part for me is the abundance of the resources and the abundance of the people within the field that they're talking about very unrelated topics that it's very hard to put them together. And yesterday I found out that I need to be a little bit away from those. I have to have my own path, I have to create my own, learning path. I don't have to follow anybody's path. So if somebody took, let's say, one Coursera course, it doesn't mean that I have to run and take that course. So yeah, it's really joyful for me, because I kind of finding out lots of things on my own, without asking to somebody. So in this state, actually, people are so busy to do mentoring. And I can't say that I have a good mentor, unfortunately. I mean, I just tried a few times to find a mentor, but I was unsuccessful for that. And later I said, okay, so it's not a big deal. I can be my own, the mentor on that way.